Mais comment ça va, it's your boy Parrain. Today we're gonna show y'all how to make a Cajun classic. Some chicken and sausage jambalaya. Now, let me show y'all how to get started on that. So the first thing you're gonna do is get your pot real hot, but try not to burn your little fingers, and put your onions and bell peppers in there. It's always better to use a lot of onions when you're making jambalaya because that's what gives it the flavor and makes a bunch of sauce. All them onions cook down to nothing. Y'all should already know if y'all been watching old Parrain. That's where all the flavor's at. So you start that off. So before it gets cooked down, that's when you add your sausage too. We're not gonna put the chicken yet, and the reason for that is because the chicken, if it cooks too long, it's gonna start falling apart and getting all stringy, and you don't always want that. Once you get that good and cooked down, and I mean cooked down, partner, look at that. Make your onions clear like that, like you're starting just a regular sausage in a gravy or something. But you get it like this, and then you add your chicken. Plop that in there, and make sure you season that real good. But don't put too much seasoning that has a lot of salt, because we come in with some chicken and beef base in a little bit, and that has a lot of salt in it. So you don't want to over salt your jambalaya.
Oh, that's right.
So once your chicken starts to cook down and you start forming some little gramis to the bottom of that pot, you're gonna add you some water. Just like you're making rice and gravy, but you don't put a little tiny bit and keep scratching like normal. Just get the gramis one good time. And I actually have this measured out. You want twice the amount of liquid that you have rice. So it's twice the amount of water as this cup of rice that I put in there to form this sauce. And you scratch all that in. And then you gotta add 1 big tablespoon of chicken, like a teaspoon's worth of chicken base. And then you put the same amount, another teaspoon of beef base. And that's why you go light on the salt. And you mix that up real good. Make sure it's all scratched up from the bottom. And you should have a nice little gravy from the jump. You could probably drink that like it is. From there, we're gonna add the rice. Straight to the pot, T. And we're gonna add some garlic. About a tablespoon and a half of chopped garlic. Stir all that in there real good. And that's the most glorious part about jambalaya. Now you can turn the heat down to medium low to where it's just simmering. Not medium low, pretty low. Put it on low to where it's just simmering. Just like how a rice pot cooks. And then you put the lid on tight and don't look at it for 1 hour.
One eternity later.
All right, so the jambalaya has been cooking for an hour and it's been real hard, but we ain't took a peek yet. But let's see what that thing looks like. Oh! You see the rice done cooked and soaked up all the juice that we had in there. So you're gonna fluff all that up together. And look how good that looks. Man. And to top it all off, you're gonna throw some green onions in there. And you're gonna mix all that up just like this. Real easy. And the most important thing, you want to take your fork or a spoon and make sure that your rice is the correct texture. It should be cooked perfectly, as long as you follow them little instructions. But just to make sure, test that for yourself. And now it's time to move.